Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. It is Newcastle, Chelsea at St James's Park on a Saturday. Is St James's Park going to be the fortress, or are Chelsea going to come and ball out up north? Guys, make sure you are liking the video. Make sure you are subscribing as well. Make sure you do leave a comment in as usual and support the channel and tell a friend to tell a friend. That's top four clash, this, because I'm not ruling out Chelsea. I know it's mad that I say that because I'm not ruling out Chelsea out of the top four race because Tottenham, I think, are going to have their struggles. Man United are already going to have their struggles. Newcastle will have their struggles. Aston Villa, I'm not putting them in there. I feel like with Chelsea one game a week, this is where they could now, in this next couple of months, the big players come back, make their case for European football. Big game at St James's.
Especially with the best 21-year-old midfielder of the Premier League,
Cole or Enzo?
Cole Palmer, according to some Chelsea fans.
Okay. Do you want him back, don't you?
I never wanted him to go.
Parts of you miss Mr. Cole.
What the hell just happened there? No, do you know what? I was just saying, this Chelsea agenda, Cole Palmer, I never wanted him to go. He's looking good. But
it's good to
the
see
Chelsea
him
fans have reminded me how Jorginho managed to get in that Ballon d'Or conversation. The Chelsea PR on players.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I need to hear the end of that.
But nah,
but
do you know what?
It's gonna be a good game.
Bro, this is a real test for Chelsea because
And Newcastle. But talk of Chelsea first.
yeah, I think because last time Chelsea went on a bit of a run, which I'm pretty certain was before the last international break, they then went and lost to Brentford, right? So they went on a bit of a run and we're like, here we go. They've got over.
Yes.
Then they went and dropped points to Brentford, right? Now they've gone and picked up 3 points at Tottenham, 4 goals.
4
Point
goals
against City, 4 goals. Now they've got to go to Newcastle. Completely different. Because with Tottenham, that rivalry is ferocious.
Yeah.
They've also got the record they have at Tottenham's ground. City was at home.
Yep.
They proved a point, 100% proved a point. They proved a point against me that they can be clinical. They proved the point that that also they can get up for it against big teams.
Yep.
And also,
I think the most importantly, they're behind the manager.
And 90 minutes. They went for 90 minutes this time. But now this is a different test. It's away from home against a team they haven't got a rivalry against.
No.
So they can't get up for it because of that. No. This is now, you know what? Forget the rivalries, forget all of that.
Yeah.
This is go and show that you're
Back
a good
it up.
team.
Back it up. Yeah.
Show you a good team now.
Yeah.
Away from home.
Pause, but I say back it
up. Newcastle's still got a lot of injuries.
Yep, they have, and we don't know yet who's coming back while we record this.
The other thing I'd say about Newcastle, one thing I've noticed about Eddie Howe since he took over at Newcastle is they have dips in form, but they managed to turn around
consistently as well.
Yeah.
Like you think every time they have a little dip, you think, okay, is this the time? Is this the moment? But no, they seem to
Last season,
get galvanised.
Around the time in the lead up to the Carabao Cup final, they had a real dip in form, but then they managed to get it back.
Yep.
This season, they started off really well. Then they lost to City. But then they got it back again.
Yep.
They've dipped a little bit.
Yeah, lost to their last game was Bournemouth. They lost away before the break.
And I honestly think Eddie Howe knows how to get these players up for it. So
do you think
was their last home game against would their last home game have been against Arsenal at home?
Yes, it would have been. Yeah, it was
and
Arsenal
there we go.
and they won 1-0 in a gritty sort of tough game.
What time kickoffs this
that was 5:30. This one's a 3 o'clock game. No TV, nothing. And I don't know if that plays into Chelsea hands because it's weird. I'm very superstitious in my ways, but I feel like, 12:30, 5:30, or being on a Sky Super Sunday, I feel like with it being with no TV, 3 o'clock, and the way Newcastle are at the moment with their injuries, I feel like Chelsea, the timing of their confidence, obviously that result, even though it was a draw, I think the belief in the manager, what the players have instilled now, I feel like some of their key players are coming back. I know Nkunku might not make this game, but having him on the training field, having him around, Reece James there as well, got another 70 minutes against City. I just feel like you've put the bubble bath into the bath, but it don't bubble straight away. You have to let the water run for a bit. And at the moment, the bubbles are starting to slowly come for Chelsea.
Honest, I mean, if you put the bubble bath in before you start running the water, it starts bubbling pretty quickly.
Yeah, but
if you let the water fill up, then put the bubble bath in. You have to give it a stir.
Yeah, give it a little stir. Yeah. So I think at the moment, it's like one of them ones. Yeah, great 30 seconds out on Never a Foul. Like the video for that. But I feel like with Chelsea, I'm thinking of them going to the bridge, going to St James's. I'm going to say it. I think Chelsea win on Saturday. And I know people in the comments might say, what? I think
Don
Chelsea
will be unbearable.
Yeah, yeah. Big up Don if you're watching. But I'm actually backing Chelsea. First time this season in a game against a top 6 club, I'm going to call it. I think they're going to go to St James's, which is one of the toughest places to go. And I just got a feeling that Chelsea, with the way they've got their fullbacks, I think they've got comfortable centre-backs at the moment that are in form. I feel like their midfielders of Caicedo and Enzo. I know they've got...
a little tired with the travelling.
Yeah, travelling. Yeah, it's true. But obviously Bruno Guimaraes as well. Same for Brazil.
True.
I just feel like
at
the moment, I look at quality and I know Newcastle have got like the team harmony and the ability to get good results at home 100%. I just feel like this might be the type of game where Chelsea's extra quality, that little bit of stardust with the Sterlings who knows how to play that game, the Cole Palmers dropping in the pockets. Jackson, I know he's not been clinical, but he's getting a few goals now. I just feel like, is this the perfect time? We always say, is it the perfect time to play teams? I feel like this might be the right time for Chelsea. Like we said, not being on TV. Just little things that I'm like, if you gave me a free tenner, I'm saying Chelsea 2-1. And I just feel like it could be that sort of day. What's your instinct telling you? When you look at where Chelsea are this season, the pros and cons, I think you weighed up perfectly. You know, losing to Brentford, but then getting good results. Newcastle, very good at home, but then a couple dips away. And also Europe, not quite hitting the heights they might want to at the moment. What's your instinct telling you? It's a very 50-50 game, isn't it? Yeah. You do.
2-2 draw.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't. It's St James's Park. Big saying it. Big saying. But there's something in me telling me that Chelsea is starting to.
It is. And it's going to be the battle of the right backs because you think of the creative side.
Chelsea have handled Reece James's return really well.
Yes.
They keep kind of giving
He didn't go
England
duty either.
Pull him away. A bit more game time.
Yep.
Pull him away.
Put him away.
They've managed his game time so well.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? That testament to ultimately getting a good second choice right back.
Yeah.
That you don't have to rush him back. In what's his name?
Gusto.
In Gusto.
He's competent.
He's very competent. Like they were fine without Reece James.
Yeah.
They're just better with Reece James. So
nailed.
I think the way that with him, it's like, you know what, give Reece James 45. Give him 60.
It's like doing a mini pre-season with him again, isn't it? Yeah. And I think it's worked really well. And when I look at it now, we look at the midfielders, and I look at Bruno Guimaraes, for example. Joe Linton's back now, got sent off for Brazil. You've got, obviously, Tonali's not there, but you've got Longstaff maybe might be back. Whoever it is plays the midfield with them guys anyway. You look at Enzo, you look at Caicedo. I look at them midfielders for Newcastle and look at them for Chelsea. And out of all of them, I'm seeing where's the creativity. When I look at Trippier and Reece James, battle of the right backs. Trippier's a big creative outlook for Newcastle, and then you've got Reece James, who does a lot for Chelsea going forward.
Season's not been as good.
Highest created chances this season.
For real?
Yeah, come out yesterday. Biggest creator, 36.
Would you agree that he hasn't been as good this season though?
Or people not finishing what he's creating? Because this is the argument.
That's a fair point.
36, yeah, come out yesterday, Daps. 36 created chances this season, highest in the league. So it's like Wilson and Isaac, both of them not fully fit at the times.
Yeah.
Are they not really having that goal scoring impact? And this is where I look at Cole Palmer. I'm not saying I want to keep talking about him, but when I look at the midfielders, you've got Gallagher, Enzo, Caicedo, who I look at as workman-like midfielders. They're good at what they do, but they lack creative spark. Newcastle the same, lack creative spark.
Yeah.
You're going to be looking at, other than Reece James and Trippier, who else is going to take that, grab it by the horns? Cole Palmer, and you may be looking at Anthony Gordon for Newcastle.
Yeah. Good. But
they're the two.
Do you know what? I think Gordon's been really good. He's surprised me this season. But
yeah.
If we're talking...
Because you remember how much he got slagged off when he first come?
Yeah. But if we're talking the here and now, I think Cole Palmer's really flying. Got to remember Sterling off the back of his last game. Sterling looked really good then as well. And they've got the added bonus now of knowing that Nkunku's not far away.
I know.
And so
everyone's going to be fighting for their place.
Has to, and that it's not just that. Lavia is not far away.
Yeah.
Right? So now there's that pressure as well. And you know what? That pressure isn't just on Caicedo. That pressure is on Enzo. That pressure is on Gallagher. So all three of them know Lavia is coming back. They didn't pay, 65 million for Lavia to rot, right?
Yeah.
Cole Palmer, Sterling, and
Jackson.
They know Nkunku's floating now.
Yeah.
Right?
And he can play all across all of them. So I'm coming. I want to start. I want to play.
All of them have to step up now.
Yeah. And if you're looking at it as a Chelsea, if we were Chelsea fans, That's kind of exciting because you
And
you
you've got
want
the January
you
transfer window
yeah
as well.
you
by
want
the
that
way.
competition.
Yeah.
You look at Man City, you look at Arsenal with Martinelli, Trossard. Some people always want Trossard playing. Some people say Nketiah should start up front. You got Jesus now back in the fold. When you're an elite club and where you're aspiring to be, which is competing for the major honours, you want a squad that when one player comes out, like you said, James goes out, but Gusto comes in, and Chelsea fans, yes, James is better than him, but you're not like, oh my god, it's Gusto.
Yeah.
That's how Chelsea fans want to feel now. When Nkunku comes back in Lavia, if Casado ain't starting, but Lavia is, cool. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If Cole Palmer ain't starting on the right hand side, but Nkunku is, cool. I'm fine with that. And that's what you want to get to, the level of competition where whoever starts, Doku or Grealish, they either can deliver on their day. And that's what I think Chelsea fans are going to look to now. Because when you look at Madueke, you look at Mudryk, despite them being young and they've got potential, it doesn't give you. It's not giving.
But then we move on to Newcastle. I think the biggest thing with Newcastle is it's who's returning.
Yeah, and Isaac could return. I think that'd be key for them.
Yeah, massive.
I respect Callum Wilson, Daps, and he's on 88. He's on 88
Big
Premier
fan.
League goals, by the way. So he's getting closer to 100, which I've got to congratulate him
Especially
for.
considering the number of injuries.
And and the team he's played for. Callum Wilson can get the ball in the back of the net, but I think when it comes to big games, you want a striker in a team like Newcastle that can do a bit of everything. Yeah. And I feel like Isaac can give him that. I think they need him back.
Yeah,
Harvey Barnes has been missing for ages.
Yeah. I think Harvey Barnes was good because they were allowed to, they could use them 6 and then bring on Harvey Barnes to bring that something. Same with, to be fair, with Isaac, Callum Wilson.
Almiron.
At the moment, they haven't got the options off the bench because they're having to use their best 11 from the start. So I think getting those players back will be key. The thing is, you don't want, knowing the fixtures from now come thick fast.
Yeah.
You don't want to rush anyone back.
100%.
One game or the rest of the season. So you don't want to rush anyone back. So
when you look at Newcastle now, I know we're going a bit off topic, just a direct question to you. With the way their squad's been at the moment with the injuries and what we're seeing from them this season, are you worried about them going further into the season, or do you think Eddie Howe, like you said, is going to get it back on track?
I think for me, Newcastle will finish in the top 5.
Okay.
I do think they'll finish in the top 5. But I think they'll strengthen in January as well.
Okay, yeah. And also they can get players that Saudi ban. They've said that they can get players now from Saudi.
Oh yeah, Ronaldo's joining.
Yeah, don't want him. But you're right though. They can go to Saudi and get loan players. They can invest, or they can buy. Okay, so you think they'll finish in the top 5?
I think they'll strengthen in January. I think, you know what, they've strengthened cleverly in the summer.
Yeah.
I think they'll strengthen cleverly in January.
In a weird way, it might be an omen. It might be an omen or blessing in disguise, I say, because if they didn't have these injuries now and the sort of up and downs they're going through, they might not strengthen, they might not see it. But now Eddie Howe and the board are saying, you know what, maybe we need to make this squad bigger and better quality. It might be a blessing. Because like you said, if it's not January, they will strengthen in the summer.
Every transfer window, Newcastle have to make the most of.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're not cemented as champions. Right? They're not.
Facts.
So every single transfer window, they have to improve their squad. Because, it won't be long until United are improving their squad.
Tottenham,
Arsenal
Chelsea.
will. Chelsea are. Chelsea coming.
Yeah.
Right? Like everyone said Newcastle coming. Well, Chelsea coming back.
Yeah.
And that's why this game probably is so interesting.
It is.
When you really look at it, you've got Chelsea that were there, have dropped off, and they're going to keep spending until they're back.
Yeah.
Right? With this manager, with the group of players they've got, I think they're coming back. With Newcastle. So these are the two. They're kind of.
It's a really good game. So now I agree with you. I think that's a perfect way to wrap it up. We will see. I think this is going to be a great game in terms of, because it's so hard to call. I love 50-50s, and I think this is a real 50-50. Can Chelsea go to St James's Park and, turn down the music, should I say? Or will Newcastle come back from the international break and start delivering again under Eddie Howe? Guys, make sure you are liking this video. Make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you're telling a friend as well. And guys, let us know in the comments your thoughts. Chelsea, Newcastle at St James's Park, Saturday 3. And we'll catch you on the other side. Big up.